What's going on, everybody? I was trying to set stuff up for stream. Like, I was trying to set up some other stuff, and it was a waste of time. So that's why I'm late. We're here, though. We're here. And more importantly, tonight is a big night in that the Platinum Tour playoffs for TGC have started. So we have not played a lot with having paternity leave and whatnot, so we are not going to get any free passes into future rounds here. We're going to have to earn everything. So we got to make top 65 and ties to make the cut this week. That will advance us to next week. If we were top 50 in the money list, which I think the only way I'm going to get top 50 in the money list is like if we won this week, which if we won this week, we would have made the cut. So it's kind of a pointless extra thing, although winning would still be nice. And then if we make the cut, then next week we would have to make the cut with top 30 in ties. So much slimmer field, much harder to make the cut. And then if we make that, we will play in the finale. So that's the hope, that we can make it through, give ourselves a chance at playing in the final week of the series. So, or the season, rather. So we'll see what we can do. I'm going to play a little bit of Kinetic to warm up. Very firm, extremely fast, lovely. I have no idea what kind of stuff we're going to get in Plat. We're going to see. Hopefully we just kind of get our thumb loose, can find some putts, and yeah, make it through. What's going on, Alex? Guy, how we doing? Go far, win fast, run low. I'll try my best to do some combination of those things. I think we'll try and yeah, I mean, winning fast, not really something that I'd be known for. Okay, so I think these are, okay, hold on. We definitely need to be going down this way, but it is extremely's. Or very firm, and extremely fast. So I think if we can play this kind of whipping and then get the bouncing and rolling going, it's a good swing to start. Kind of straight, but I think this should kick right. Come on, a little more right, a little more right, a little more right, a little more right. It wasn't right enough. Oh, I thought with the fade we were going to be in a pretty decent spot to get the kick. And then it just stayed too straight for us. That's tough. I was really thinking maybe we can give ourselves a chance. Oh, that's firm. And on like super slick greens. It's just gonna keep going, isn't it? Okay, 40%. Okay. We're good. We're fine. Nothing to worry about. I feel like if we try and just stock driver this, I'm gonna be short. But power drive feels like very firms into the... Maybe we go like here. Kind of hit the draw, kind of hit the overpower. Little open, but also 101. Okay, that's enough, but it's... Is it going to be in the fairway? Okay. I just, whenever it gets up to the varies and extremelies, like, I just get very, very concerned about how far it's going to actually bounce and run away from us. This always is introducing high levels of worry. Okay, this is a high 8 iron. Trying to sit it on the front edge here, just kind of bounce up pin high and not really have a crazy amount of release. I feel like that works. I feel like that works. This is tight. I probably shouldn't go for it. Just a hair open. It's one of those, if this was plat, I'm probably not gonna play it out here, but 40 yard, oh. This is less than ideal. This is certainly less than ideal. Oh boy. Okay, a little bit open, but like, I don't know, in my head, it's gonna just run forever. I actually needed more distance than that, but I think we have to be okay with it. 59%. Oh, he likes it. Yeah, I just need to be able to read putts like this. You know, if you just make your putts, then life is good. If you just make your putts, easy peasy. Because so far swing feeling pretty good. We're making some putt reads. Just gotta see if we can keep that going as we get into the actual tournament. Got one on a pretty good line here. It was just below the hole. So Saturday, I played golf, like an actual round of golf for the first time in probably at least a month. Took me a while to kind of like really get things going. It was a scramble, 2-man scramble though. We shot 89, which considering my partner hasn't played in a long, long time, like years, and I don't play a lot, and I'm normally shooting over 100, like I was very pleased with that. And by the end of it, I had started to get some holes going. We had 15, 16, 17, we had 3 straight birdie looks. And like actually some decent ones. We didn't convert any of them, but That's besides the point. Point is that we started to actually get things going in a pretty good way. Oh no, I took too much off of it. Okay. The other piece of that is, yes, we shot an 89. We doubled the first 4 holes. So... really rough start, but then, like I said, we got into it. Worked things out. I think the next 6 holes we went 5 pars, one bogey. That was also with no greens in regulation. The greens in regulation did not come until those 3 holes at the end. So we made some good scrambling efforts, getting up and down. I think it's going to be best for us to actually just go in this bunker. Go in this bunker, play the green side up and down. It's a clean lie, but it's in this weird uphill. I mean, I don't know, feeling pretty good so far. I was looking through some stats, and I did notice that we are not... our fairways in regulation are fantastic, but my missed greens. Missed greens is too high for as clean of lies as we're giving ourselves around the course. Underswung it. I was scared though about the pick not being enough. I had to break in too much too early. So what we've got... These are always tough par 3s. Like, I don't know exactly what they want you to do. Yo, what's going on, Jace? How are we today? How was the weekend? We all good? Upper 180s. This feels just like danger. Just felt like danger the whole way. Not really sure how I feel about that. Because it's like, you take the you take the super shaped shot, but even with taking that, it's not like I was feeling super confident about what would happen even if I executed it. That's kind of buried. Kind of, sort of buried. Keep leaving it open. Did need to choke it. Had a feeling. I had it too firm. I don't know if that 2% would have turned it more. Okay, so strong start, but we've gone a little bit flat to finish out that 9 there. Need to be finishing, apparently, like, way more left. $164 yards, but how do we want to manage? Add something in here. Darts, we're trying to throw him, guy. Trying to throw some darts. It's not, yeah, not exactly going that way. Not exactly going that way. There is a kangaroo in the van. Okay. Was not expecting that. That swings a little bit more like it. We're squaring up a power drive. Man, that's a good place to be. I'm gonna give this actually a little bit of D-loft, because I feel like this slope here, it needs to punch through a little bit to get up it. That would have probably been pretty decent had we actually like gotten it on. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Love to see those go in. All right, this is a little bit of YOLO. We're gonna try and overpower this. 102, but I left the face open just enough to clear it. But yeah, you wanna be a little bit squarer than that. There's a little bit of backstop. Maybe the goal was to play the backstop there. Did we do 2 in a row? Nope. Just left the face open a hair. I think we squared that up and it's in. Downhill. It's back into wind. I'm gonna play the choked. Choked 4 instead of the 5. Make sure that it gets back there. For that landing on a down slope, that came up, that stopped pretty quick. Ah, see, I knew what was at my feet was not gonna take it left. I'm like finishing my swing like hard left. Just like the feeling I have in my thumb at the moment. Uphill in... I mean, it's pretty firm, but I don't want to be short. That's the thing. There's your dart, guy. There's your dart. More of that. More of that's what we need. Just need darts all night. All night. Oh, 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 all night. I still got that open. Wow. Felt like I got it closed. I was thinking about playing it more, but I really didn't. I didn't trust it. Apparently I should have. There we go. Hey, what's going on, Whacker Guy? Hey, hey, hey. What do we got here? Probably landed somewhere into this upslope. It's downwind, so only so much we can do about it. I think you just try and get it up there. That landed well short. Did I just get like a bad fairway lie? Maybe we got too cute with it. I wanted the 93%. We had that squared up. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, we got Plat playoffs, so gotta make a cut because we have not played a lot with paternity leave and everything. We have not played a lot this season, so we're on the hook for having to make cuts and not rely on money list positioning to get us into the second week. So gotta make the cut this week to have any chance at more tournaments this season. That's quite the time for my swing to just suddenly feel off. I like feel it in my thumb that something was quite off there, but I don't know exactly what was the cause of that. That's not good. That's gone. Trying to 97% it. Feels like it came out too hot anyway. Pushed it. Oh, that's 2 chips we could have made if we squared them up. That's fine. That's fine. So yeah, our form on Plat's been pretty good, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm feeling pretty decent, all things considered. Have to make some good decisions. Hopefully we can get some darts. Just try and give ourselves opportunities to score and see if we can convert some putts. I mean, it's a pretty simplistic formula. But definitely have to have better wind reads than that a lot of the time. The 44%. Good. What's going on, ears? We're doing well. So I guess probably a good time to mention, I forget if I said it last week. I don't believe there are going to be any other streams this week. Because wife and I are gonna try, so my mother is taking one of the kids, taking our oldest one for almost a week, like 4 or 5 days, something like that. So while we are just 2-on-1, wife and I are gonna try and start some super fun sleep training. Woohoo! Can't wait. But yeah, try and get the little one falling asleep on their own. Because right now, sleeps great through the night, but we gotta hold her to sleep. And I ain't planning on doing that forever, so we're gonna try and rip the band-aid off. So that means all hands on deck, and means unfortunately I will not be able to do any streaming, but hopefully after this week we'll get through those road bumps and be good to go. So yeah, we're gonna have this tournament tonight, and then hopefully everything is squared away and we make the cut so that I can stream, and we will have to get the rounds in no matter what. So I'll keep you guys posted in Discord and stuff on that if anything is going off plan. But yeah, give me like minute and a half and then we'll get right into it. Appreciate you guys being here. BRB. Ads. All right, let's do it. Windham Championship. Refresheroo over here. What do they have in store for us this fine week? Maddie from Canada course. High winds, very firm, fast. Okay. Breakneck Beach Golf Club. I don't know that I've played this one. This must be a newer Maddie course. At least I don't recognize it off the top of my head. All right, let's see what we got. 481 yards downhill. I don't think we need to power drive, because I think with this being downhill and fairly firm, I mean, maybe we power drive it. Just give ourselves as short a club as we can in. Look at that. Feeling pretty good off the rip. 340 carry. Just inside 100 yards. It's actually kind of perfect. Because, like, wind's gonna just carry it, but it's gonna be... I don't even know if I need to choke it. You know, we'll play it like this. And we'll try and let the wind ride us to the right. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hey, thank you for the luck, Stevie. Thank you for the luck, Whacker Guy. 41% if we're giving it this sort of pace. Okay. 1 for 1. Okay, straight into a par 3, 200 yards. What's that green? So 186. 13 yards. A little bit uphill. The firmness isn't crazy. think this is fine. We'll start it on a fade. Try and be like out here left of the hole. It's on a good line. I say it goes a little left. That's it. Okay. Again, I think we can hit with a little bit of pace. Nothing too crazy, but okay. Apparently I still need to be given that a little bit more break. Howdy, not a win to go. How we doing? 2 rounds of kinetic, no API. Is API check something you've been struggling with? I've yet to get one. I'm not expecting to never get one necessarily, but I haven't gotten one yet. So we'll see if that holds through the end of this season, or if we swing too consistently at some point or another. Okay, I feel like this 9-iron... Actually, I think this 9-iron is going to end up going long because of the slope here. Just a little bit of extra loft on it. I think that was the right call. I just didn't get it left enough. But we're pin high. We might have another look here. Yo, Roto, feeling pretty good. We're 2 under through 2. We make this, we go 3 for 3. So feeling pretty good so far. Okay. So far, so good. Let's keep it going. Another par 3 already. This one's long, though. 268 yards down the hill. Got an extra 22 yards of carry. That's 255. And then wind's playing in a little bit. Choked hybrid. Gonna kick to the left, but should feed up towards the hole. Come on, keep rolling. Take that. Not exactly like rewarded with the putt, but it's 6 feet. 42%. You're not hitting it very hard, which means it is gonna break a bunch in here. The thing with these slicker greens. Hey, make the putt though. Came back to TGC, won kinetic. Then the next 2 turns you got API'd. That didn't play for a month and no APIs the first round. Yeah, I also have kind of wondered if there's some extra logic too of like rolling consistency stuff with previous rounds and different things. So I don't know. Obviously, we're never going to know exactly what goes into it, but kind of wondered if there's some maybe other pieces. to the puzzle. Okay, so if we played this up here, then you would have like a 40-yard shot. I don't think I love that for myself, quite frankly. So I think if we just play this 4-iron, get it into the fairway, give ourselves some sort of wedge, I think I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable with that than trying to play it in really close, because I can't drive the green in these conditions. And if I can't drive the green, then it doesn't feel worthwhile to me to try and do anything with it. Distance control's been spot on. I just keep putting myself pin high to the side. 40%. I think I might even go a little bit pacier than that. I gotta try and get through this. All right, 5 birdies to start. Five birdies to start is, I'd say pretty solid. Well, you can do that IRL. Yeah, if only golf were this easy in real life. My swing is getting better, but the dispersion is still there, even on the good days. Try and take this back a little bit, because I do expect it to still release. Yeah, it's still released a little bit. Not quite what I was thinking. I think the firmness for being firm is not actually anything too crazy. So 45%. Come on. Come on, stay up! Just underread it. That's at least the second time I've noticed that on this. There was like a slight stutter, and I don't know if that's something with the course or what, but getting like a slight hiccup, which then that time resulted in a absolute slamming. Of the tempo. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take 4-iron here. I don't really love any of the driving options, which is gonna put us probably a mid-iron approach now. Which is just kind of, it is what it is. 174, 164, and then the wind is gonna take it, and the lie. That's gonna be too short. So we're gonna go with the choked approach on the 7-iron. Hopefully that's the better play. And I gotta go a little bit left so I don't run out the back. Let the horse feed it more towards the hole. Come on. I said you were going to feed it towards the hole, so do your part. All right. We're getting it to the right parts of the green that we can get some putts in on it. You actually kind of have to bunt this down. Because too much club, you're going to end up right in that. Ooh. We're actually going to have to loft this quite a bit. Apparently not enough loft. I didn't like the concept of trying to de-loft the 50 degree. That's one where I just don't know what the best play is for having, like, for being able to get that in close. See, this is on a steep uphill. I feel like the super flop's gonna be dangerously close to something bad. Okay. It's not great, but we gotta try and go up and down. That was not a great green to miss. Oh, good save. Good save. Yeah, I think our yardage was just a little awkward there. Maybe de-lofting and trying to eke it out would have been the way to go. I only got 101. I was scared to go power drive here because I felt like I would bring the bunkers into play. Now, I'm gonna have to get a hold of this up the hill. Like, it's a lot of club that we have to take. But 149 with wind, I'm wondering if, like... Apparently I can only play, like, the babiest of fades because of this lie that we're on, so... Guess we're just playing this. Maybe with some loft. Crossed. Nice. Well, we're on the green. It's not going to be a pretty putt, but we're here. So, not be a pretty putt was a bit of an understatement. Is this actually even puttable? I don't know that it is, but we're gonna do it. Oh, I freaking cooked it. 4% over. It's gone. Okay, no 3-putt. How about we just make this one? No 3-putt. Just how you drew that one up. Okay. We're gonna go for the safe and sound down the... Gosh darn it. Not safe and sound. I needed to lay that back even more. Is this a dumb play? A splash shot? Surely it's a bad idea. Surely that is like actually just a terrible idea. I don't know, if this was not plat, we were just doing a warm-up round, I may have taken the splash just to see what happens. But we can't be taking splash in this situation, not at all. Big bounce over the bunker. Into the fairway. Ah! That's not fairway, but 288. If we made fairway, we were gonna... Sit. That was closer than I needed to be. If we made fairway, we were gonna have a chance to run something back there. Looking though, oh man, that would have been so good with the face square. Although I feel like that's what that feels like real life. Yeah, that conversation. Feels like that would have been so good if the face was square. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of golf shots IRL would be really nice if the face was squared up. Correct about that one. Thing is, the greens are in such a way that, yeah, if we get it close enough, the looks are decent. Okay, that's a nice fade. Oh, we're gonna find the green on the right line. Come on, release up there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful approach on that. And I love it when when a shot comes together. Absolutely mint. Alright, so we're uphill into wind. Playing about 185 yards, but the wind is gonna make it play even further. So what, you're playing probably like 11 miles an hour, but it's uphill, so I can't imagine it's playing quite as strong. Feel like we gotta get punchy on this 6-iron approach. Just try and like get it cutting through there. Okay, maybe punched it a little bit too much. Yeah, it's always the uphill with wind is always a tough one to get correct. Face open. Hey, what's going on, Rob? Left the face open, but apparently that was too much on it. Okay, don't love that for us. Turn. Overswung it. Alright, well that was just a poor chip. That was a poor chip. Let it get way too far away. I am sleeping well. But we were actually just talking about it earlier. We're not going to have any streams the rest of the week because wife and I are going to begin the fun of sleep training, trying to get her to start just falling asleep on her own and not relying on us to like rock her to sleep. So sleep is probably going to be disrupted on our end here for a little bit. Fun times indeed. Fun times indeed. But it's one of those things, it's just, it is a pain, but it is well worth it at the end. So just kind of have to suffer through it. But it'll be well worth it. Just make what we're hoping too is like she does not want to nap during the day like at all. Her naps are so short. So we're hoping that if we can get that going, then that means that she'll have the skills necessary for nap time as well. This is our second. Our family vacation in Michigan, off the grid mostly, not much internet. Made you realize how much you rely on it. Yeah, internet is a pretty integral part of most people's lives. I would definitely say myself included in that. Come on. felt pretty firm. Slow down. You know what? 700-yard par 5, and we're on the green in 2. What's going on, Raffles? How we doing? How we doing? Yeah, this is our second kiddo. %61%. And a little bit right at the end. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, what a putt. Right, Raffles? Imagine living in a present moment where I make putts. Imagine that. How blessed we are to be, to be able to witness. Long have we suffered. Long have we struggled. Don't get. I put the D-loft on because I could not bear to hit that on the front slope. Because that's what I thought was gonna happen. I'm like, if I don't D-loft this, I'm gonna hit this front slope, come up short. I'm like, I can't put myself through that. Can't bear it. Who even is this guy? What's going on, Rio? Didn't realize it was playoff time already. Out of town Sunday to Saturday next week. All 4 on Saturday night for both tours. Well, I guess the question is for Trusim, are they keeping track of it? Like, are the forums and everything still active, or do they keep track of that in Discord? I don't know. It feels like all of the extra fluff and stuff with Trusim has pretty well gone away at this point. Been that way for a good chunk of time now. Oh, it's peeling back. I was trying to de-loft it, but I'm realizing I should have just played that to land a lot closer. That wind really just stopped it. Should have probably choked a 4-iron or something. Rip. Oh well. We'll just try and make a little bit of magic happen from downtown here. I've been hitting it firm. I mean, that was miles over red, but my putt miss has definitely been on the firm side. Yeah, this is the first week of the playoffs, so this is at least I know for Platt this is like top 65 and ties or top 50 money list. And then next week is top 30 and ties and Oh, this is really bad, actually. There's no shot at me getting a 5-iron over this, right? Let alone a 4. I tried to play, I don't know, that was bad because I like changed my swing then. Apparently I could have taken closer to 100% slant. I just thought I was going to be like crazy long. All right. Not a strong finish by any stretch. Still low. All right. Not exactly what we wanted. Not exactly what we wanted for the end there, but still got 12 under. Just, yeah, a little bit of a shave with the pair of bogeys. Otherwise, pretty solid round. Yo, Liam, what's good, man? Is it not this week? Why did I think that this week was playoffs? Upcoming. No, I need like the full. I guess you're right. I thought this week was. I guess I got confused when I was looking at it and I thought, okay. So I am one ahead of come on. All right, well. All right. I've been misleading everybody. My bad. Okay, so everything that I said about needing to make the cut this week, obviously we want to make the cut this week. I guess we technically then have a chance if we did something really good. Yeah, if we do something really good, then maybe we could sneak into the top 50 money list, but I don't think so. I think we'd have to do like probably top 3 or something in order to pull that off, which I don't think is happening, especially with those mistakes at the end there. All right, well, I'm gonna update some things a little bit. Don't want to be lying about playoffs. That was my bad. All right. All right. Yeah, the top 50 with a good result is going to be a stretch. Like, I need, like, best finish of the season, probably, like, a solo top 3, I feel like. Won True Sim last week? Very nice. Love to hear that. Yeah, like if we don't bogey those 2 holes, we're like right up there. It was definitely a solid round 1. I mean, it still is. Like, to have 2 bogeys on the card and still be at 12 is pretty nice. Okay. What's going on, Six of Hearts? Just got this game. Is ranked tours worth doing? I would say do ranked tours a little bit. There are some rewards that you can get for playing in the ranked tours. I would probably focus more on career mode out the gate to try and get currency and like, because there are a bunch of quests you can finish from the career mode that will help get you currency to help upgrade clubs and do all of those things. And then once you have like a fairly upgraded bag and are comfortable with things, then I would say do some ranked tours because there are some extra rewards that you can get out of that. I don't play them anymore. There are still quests that I could do for like competing in them. But generally speaking, you probably only need to do a little bit of ranked tours once you get going with things. All right. Give me like 2 minutes, and then we'll hop into round 2 here. Appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me this evening. Yeah, sorry about lying about the playoffs. I didn't realize. I was completely off base. Be right back.
It's raining.
Ads. Yeah, and to think though, we're out here this whole time thinking like, we're playing pretty decent. Keep it up, we'll make a cut, we'll make our way into playoffs round 2. Nope. Doesn't matter. I mean, it does. Like, we obviously want to make the cut, right? But high, very firm, very fast. Obviously want to make the cut this week and have a good result and all of those good things, but it's funny when you're thinking about it in hindsight of like, well, being set up to make a cut for the playoffs versus this week, there's certainly one I'd rather have. Alright, baby pull, but that should be okay. It's funny, I've already forgotten what the firmnesses are. So I guess we'll play it by ear and we'll just kind of see how it goes as the ball lands on the green here. Choked approach. It's kind of right around pin high. I have a feeling though, need a little de-loft on it. Just trying to play it more to the left because I got a little bit nervous. Like, I know this is going to be a downhill putt. Okay, but it looks like if we go... It looks like it's soft enough that we can go just, like, left edge with some pace. Get it in there. But that was good distance. I mean, again, that was good distance. It's just sometimes hard to... I don't have the most trust in my wind reads. So sometimes you're just a little hesitant. 172? 7 yards short into that wind. I don't like that. 15. Well, what? So it's like a 13-mile-an-hour wind. Let's... Uphill. 15 would be 184. That's 6... It's 5 yards past. But if I choke it down, that's 5 yards short. And 5 yards short into this wind. It's into that big slope, which is scary. So what if I play fade? Playing the fade slightly uphill. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I did not love flighting a shot into the wind trying to get it up there. Maybe there was something I could have de-lofted with that choke 6 to like make sure we get through it. Just didn't feel like I liked anything with the yardage we have. %. It's actually, I think, the right read for the pace we were trying to hit as well, but hit that a little bit firm. Just lucky that that thing catches the edge and falls in. Okay, we're in play. 154. Wind should carry it a little bit. I feel like pitching wedge on this bounce should do all right. It's gonna start right. The wind brings it left. We land on the green. That's it. Just like such a tight window. Hey, what's going on, Dangler? I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. We thought the playoffs were today, though. Found out that is actually not the case, so it's only thrown us off slightly, but we're playing pretty well. Got a little bit A little bit choppy there out of the sand. A little bit choppy out of the sand. Actually, Iron King? Okay, well, I'm just reading the name in front of me. But I'll try to remember. I'm trying to remember whenever the names don't match it always. Always is hard to adjust. 267, and then the wind is gonna bring it back. But I think, I don't know, the other option is to fly and try and use that backstop, which I don't think I want to do. Oh, I was well off the mark. It's a good kick. It's a good kick from there. Still going to be short. I was trying to play it more of like a right to left feed than a left to right feed. 25 feet, but it's also like... This is like... You wish there was a little bit more break, potentially. Oh, I hit that firm. Just gotta put it center cut. Just take all of the break out of it. None left. That was, yeah, that was a firm one. Okay, again, I think this is like just try and get it in the fairway. I don't think we're trying to play it up close and pitch it. Like, that's just not my game. I know for some people that's probably what they do. They just, you throw it up there and then you hit the pitch shot. I'm gonna try and work full wedges. 121 and the, see, that's gonna be short, but like then you go up to 140. Now you're talking 133. That's like pin high. Still a little deep. Have some stop though. Okay, it did. I mean, it bounced, but still inside 12 feet. Man, I think 46% was it. I am firm on my timing. Just like a little late on everything. It seems to be. Like, if I'm missing, that's how I'm missing it. But again, you wanna hit that approach closer. 12 feet is kind of, I'd say, at the edge of the range that I would want to be hitting that accuracy-wise. Like a 10% radius, like this. Or I guess, no, that's not even 10%. It's 12 feet. I feel like 3% or something. Let's see, 150. It's high 150s, and then the big bounce and some release. I very much so overplayed what that wind was gonna do. That was the right distance. Just pulled it. All right. Gotta be a little bit better on that. That's the thing I'm talking about with, like, we get these such a high degree of fairways in regulation. We shouldn't be, just ultimately should not be leaving ourselves with anything like that. The question is, could we overpower this? Because I think power drive feels like too much, but I don't want to, like, partial power drive. Maybe we just... see, that's... Trying to change your swing is never really ideal. Almost the eagle bunker shot, though. Almost the eagle bunker shot. I mean, all things considered, I think still playing fairly well, right? 4 under through 7. It's reasonable. Over 50%. And over 50% gives us double digits, so, I mean, that's kind of always where we're hoping to be at the minimum. 151, 138. It's gonna be tight. I'm gonna try, well, I underhit it. And so I'm gonna try and be a little bit left. Okay, so wind was definitely misread. Oh, come on, man. Why not? Why not me? Do we need... I feel like we gotta try and play this power drive to the gap. No. I feel like this probably ends up coming out something stupidly short, right? It's a problem with the heavy rough. The hybrid has long recovery. What is long recovery? I guess we'll try it. I don't know how much long recovery normally gets, but Why not? I mean, we got 190 even up the hill there. That's still pretty decent. I'd have to learn what that actual like recovery percentage is, but first time using long recovery, I'd say that's a pretty solid use case for it. There we go. Finally get the power. Now we're gonna miss the putt just high, but I didn't think it was gonna be that close when I said just high. Why is my ear so itchy? All right, I laid this up before, but it had tailwind, so I think we should be able to take the same club as last time, except this time have a much different result. Not be hitting something out of the bunker. Feels like we're be flighting something short, yeah. Actually with the wind we're gonna be okay. Okay, I've got to hit this a bit de-lofted. Then probably with this backstop and the wind, it should, yeah, still spin back. That will play. I take it that's just a very unbiased opinion, Maddie, right? Surely there's no bias to be found there. I think this is the first time I've played this course though. So when did you, I was wondering earlier, when did you release this one? We have to connect on this power drive if we want to have a chance. Even then, it's still... Technically, we're kind of in a... This is a dumb thing to do, isn't it? Because even if I overpower it, then you're putting yourself into like weird spinner territory. I would have had to really flush that thing. See, but I don't want to... It's going to be like a stupid spin control type shot. 4 or 5 months ago? Okay. Well, 4 or 5 months ago, I was on paternity leave, so... I didn't know anything going on in the game at that point in time. I'm thinking about doing the dumb play. I think what's got the best angle. It's almost here. Even though it does kick left from the hole. Almost left of the hole, because right of the hole... It's a really stupid thing to be doing. I got 103. It's not going to be enough, but I'm hoping that from over here, leave ourselves something decent enough. I wasn't sure with the hops, like how much of that right to left was gonna actually come into play. What's going on, Corrupted Geo? Good game. What's it called? This is PGA Tour 2K25. Personally, I enjoy it. I mean, it's on all the major systems, so that part is kind of a very personal question. But if you're a fan of golf and you like a challenge, I would say it's a pretty good time. But I guess the one caveat I will always say is buy this game on sale. Don't pay full price for this game at this point. Always on sale. Choked 5 iron. Probably needs a little bit taken off of it. Lifted too far out to the left. I don't know why I thought it was gonna go more right off of my feet. Stinks because then it's out here, which slows it down more off of that hill. Just firm. I think I might make that putt if I just stop. I don't know. My putts right now, the cadence that I have in my head is just a click too long. But again, that's stuff like the putts, a lot of that right now is coming back to some of the approaches just being off. Not putting it into good enough spots. I think this could be a reasonable one. Oh, I took too much off of it. The fairway kick. I'm always playing like too precarious of a line because the amount of times it's like, well, I want to land it just on the front of the green. Because that's what I need to hold it. Well, then I bring that into play. Well, you win some, you lose some. Because it's like, when it works out, oh man, is it so good. But when it doesn't work out, it's very disappointing. Yeah, there's that overswing again. You're gonna get lucky on some of them, that's for sure, but yeah, normally I have in my head like a cadence of what gives you the percentage, so I'm not just like eyeballing it. You really have to rely on it, I feel like, on these faster greens because a lot of your putts are like sub 50%. Got a wedge. I think this is almost just like stock 50, right? I would say stock 50 was indeed correct. Also, it's very weird putting when you tilt your head. Just like seeing a completely different world out there. Maddie, I would like you to know that despite this being 711 yards, I got on the green in 2 last round. Although I feel like this is one of those holes where like there is some deception. I feel like there's some deception in terms of like the number seems scarier than it actually is. Is this like we're gonna just play it from the fairway and kick it off this mound left and roll it back there? Did it run 2 straight through? It may have. It's gonna run out the back. Well, I knew I didn't need the freaking power approach. Alright. I want to chip it, but alas, the game dictates that I must play the high percentage play. I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. I hope that the super flop is gone in the next game. I hope that the super flop is gone next game. Just not a fan of it. Making it that like everybody in that spot, like instead of, I mean, because it makes the designers have to make choices around the greens that just get circumvented anyway. But it's like, well, instead of having options with the chip shot there, because it's going to want to just run forever, it's got to play the super flop. Not a fan. 155, no, so 165 off of this just from elevation, and then that'd be 153. I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna play it just straight up because if it goes a little bit shorter, we're okay. If it goes a little bit long, we have a backstop. Now I overcorrect the close. But how's the distance? Probably would have been flying about pin high, maybe a little bit deep. Would have had the backstop. It's the first time that we actually like. That's the first time we actually did the. Oh, this is gone. Not as bad as I thought. Thought with the slope that we were getting up there that it would be very much so in no bueno territory. Okay, good save. I've been rolling the thumb over to the left. That's been the feeling, but that time we like actually just like completely ripped it left. 203. See, you would be carrying the 6-iron past here. The tailwind. I love that. Do you not like this, Sam? I am. I think we're gonna have to hit some sort of partial shot. That's 193. I mean, hitting the 7-iron down there is not gonna do us much good. 203. 213. I underswung it too much. But it's like... That's actually just fine. That's fine. We have an uphill putt. %50. Okay. We're hanging tight. We're hanging tight. You know, some guys are completely, you know, completely dominating this course. Yeah, we've had too many missed opportunities, but we're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. What do we got here? Uphill 6, that'd be 168. I think it'll probably carry about here with an 8 iron. Probably something like this. The bounce was much further. Right around pin high, but yeah, gonna have to make one with break. Try and bring this thing in with the closing birdie. It's gonna snap off of this, isn't it? Just gives me that feeling. Okay. We're learning, at the end of the second season of this game, we're learning how to putt. Gotta put ourselves into some better approach positions and such, but we'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. Okay, so that puts us at a clean 20, well, I don't know, clean. We had 2 bogeys in the first round, but that puts us at a 12 and 12. We're only 10 strokes back of the leader through 2. Going great. But we're playing steady, good enough golf. And you know, it is still a good sign for next week, because the fact of the matter is we're sitting T21 through 2 rounds. You know, I'm sure there'll be a couple people that probably bump us back, but top 25, that would be cut made for yeah, that would be cut made for the second week of the playoffs as well. So I gotta be happy with that. We gotta be reasonable. We gotta look within, you know. All right. We're just gonna roll on into round 3. Let's just go for it. Green tees, very high, firm, very fast. Yeah, I think we have to be okay with that. All right, if our goal is to be at least double digits every round on average, we go 12-12. This is going to be fun. It's super easy to see out here. All right, a little bit of a pull, but plenty of fairway to work with. Now this is where the test really starts. This is where the test really starts, is these sideways wind reads when they're 16 miles an hour. All right, one test down, 17 to go. But we've got a 100% success rate. See, I don't want to land an 8-iron on the downslope. But I also don't want to land a 7. I might have to land the 8-iron on the downslope and just call it good. I left it open. Squared up, that's where we need it to be. Getting that over the ridge, though, very important for at least giving us a look at this putt. Okay, so 50%, but you've got a lot of break at the end of it. Okay. Okay. Apparently, whatever visualizations that we've had the past couple of weeks, definitely been an improvement even over counting, which is kind of a crazy thought. But for whatever reason, like counting, we just haven't had the consistency. Because the hard part is, even though it's like, oh yeah, counting, like that should be the best. You still have to be consistent at like what you're reading the beads to be playing. And I think that's honestly just the hardest part of it. Lovely. Is 4 foot considered a dart? Like, what is a dart radius? What is... Man, it is so dark. These settings are a little bit tough. 3 feet, okay, fine. All right, so we missed the dart by that much. Good to know, though. Keep that in the back of my head. This is not really an ideal hole location considering the wind and everything. Like, I can't work a fade in on that. We have to take a long iron. 48%. Turn. Decent. Yeah, I don't know that there's gonna be many birdies on that par 3. That feels like a tough one to get in there super close. How are we doing, Veritas? Hope all is well, dude. 142. It's so much wind. 15 miles an hour. Okay. To be 166. It's playing at least 15 with the very highs, right? So that'd be at least 151. It's gonna be in. It's gonna be more than that. 2 yards deep. Little bit of loft. Then you hope that it's like slightly deep with a little bit of spin back, maybe. Oh no, we got it to pin high. Don't spin back too much. I don't want to degreen it, so I can't be super aggressive. Who even is this guy making putts? It's like, it's a completely different life. Although the way we've been making putts, it does scare me, like how these tournaments over the past. I guess we would probably just be in like our normal midfield, but we start making putts and we start making top tens. Just kind of what I've always said is like, we start making putts and we start really climbing the leaderboard. I hate everything about this. I don't know how this is gonna go. Felt like I had to club up from the 4-iron to the 3 hybrid to try and play something, because the 4 hybrid just felt like, or the 4-iron just felt like we were gonna be too short. But with that win, that's not easy. That was way too firm. Yeah, everything, I'm just holding onto these putts a hair long. Yo, what's going on, Josh? How have you been, man? Good to see you. Hope life's been treating you well. Hope virtual golf's been reasonable to you. It's not gonna be enough. Yeah, see, like, this is probably one where you should lay it back, but I was also kind of living under the mindset of if I can then get something to take it out of the wind, that would be pretty good as well. That's it. That little bit of roll at the end. Nice. Getting kicked in the butt by both, but you're winging it. I mean, that's when you run out of plans, right? And life's not gonna always let things go according to plan. You just gotta roll with the punches. It's the right mindset to have. Just winging it, but that's all right. You'll make it out okay. Nine iron approach. I think I need to just shave that off a little bit. I thought that was gonna start a bit more right. We would have been pin high. More at the pin. Had that come to fruition. Oh boy, this has to be like a hard snap. I thought we actually had like a pretty good chance of getting that as it was going. The break just kind of slowed down on us. All right, how was the wind read? Because we squared up the power drive. Wind read is good. Didn't even get to the bunkers. But more importantly here, 230, the wind. Do we think in these conditions you'd be able to run that up? What if we partial the choked 3-wood so that you like make sure you get up there? Not my finest swing, but it does all feed to the right here. I gotta, all right, little chip up the hill. Big backstop behind the green. Yeah, but it all runs away. So I don't know. I'm not necessarily looking to. At least when I think of backstop behind the hole, I'm trying to run it back. Now, I underswung it. I was thinking that maybe if I got over to this right-hand side, I'd roll it back down somewhere in here. This was definitely not what I had planned. But up and down for birdie nonetheless. Really just took away a chance at like a solid eagle, but that's okay. Downhill into wind. I mean, I think we're just take the 3-wood off the tee and kind of play whatever we get here. I feel like you want to be laid back further so that if you have more of an iron, you're not going to have like crazy rollback happening. That way we can choke this 9, de-loft it a little bit, and just kind of plop it pin high. Minimal rollback. What's going on, Johnny? Saw my Instagram, inspired to get this game. Not very good. Sponsorship for Top Flight golf balls. Oh, man. How are you doing, Johnny? Good to see you. Unfortunately, I don't have any more golf shots for Instagram after a couple more days. My holeouts are coming to an end. $299. We would not have really done anything magical with that, but wow, that's impressive. Even a 50 degree doesn't get out of there. Neato. I was really trying not to lay up to have to hit a power approach 3-wood. Ultimately, we're trying to avoid. This is definitely a bit longer than I would like to be trying to take here. But, you know, here we go. Is it gonna just kick right and not even stay on the green? That's okay. It's gonna cost us though, that's for sure. Just kidding, it's not gonna cost us! Good save. Good save. First PGA game since Tiger Woods 2006. I have that one for PS2 over on my bookshelf. Yeah, the angle swing is like an interesting thing of it is tough at first, but once you get it, I feel like repeating it is not that bad. It's just kind of figuring out what grip and feels and everything makes sense for you, and then once you get it, at least for me, yeah, the consistency just kind of took off from there. It's gonna be the freaking... Oh! Not the fairway kick. Oh, just barely missed the fairway kick. Still left, though. Still left. This is not where I want to be. Okay? This is not good. Oh my goodness. You know what? If I hit that 44%, we might actually make it. Come on, Maddie. What is that? I'm supposed to blame you for that, right? It has nothing to do with missing that left of the hole. Now, it's funny because it's like, oh, just hit it below the hole. Well, hitting it below the hole in these conditions is not exactly the most straightforward thing. Higher than default green speeds, you wipe your hands of that pit? Okay. Well, that's fine. We can blame the scheduler then. I'm not above that either. $119. Yeah. Aw, man, we're a foot outside of dart territory. Dang. Such a beautiful course, though. Really inspired. Yeah, it makes me want to go. It makes me want to play golf and go to a beach. Like, it's crazy levels of inspiration. I don't know how this idea came to be, but it is incredible. Nearly perfect. This isn't gonna go 12 yards on the bounce and roll out. Give it something like that. A little bit extra. A big kick. Run it back. I did need to give it a little bit more. I thought about it. You're gonna miss another kinetic cut, so you know what you're talking about? I trust you, Josh. Ball knowledge is not dictated, you know, fully on what tour you're on and what cuts you make, because, you know, some people's thumbs work better than others. You know, you've played at all different levels of the game. You know, plat is about consistency of here and the thumbs. I'm good, just 20 miles an hour. That should be... It should be fine. On a downslope. I was gonna play a little less, right? Oh boy. I needed a little bit more club. Very highs really, really distort things. %. Just overpowering everything. For whatever reason, like, I just wanna, my brain just wants to, like, hold on to the putt just a hair longer. Which, like, on the really short ones is not so bad, but on those longer ones, it's just enough to take us out of play. Shank City? Oh no. Not the Shanks. When I played golf on Saturday, I just started, I was topping my driver for the first, like, 5 holes. It was not pretty. We rallied, though. We rallied. But not a good start. Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this a little bit. 169, nice. And then 17, at least 20 uphill slope. This is going to be short. Full 180, 178. Say 175, 155. If I play a slightly lofted fader, no, maybe not even slightly lofted. We'll just play a fader, and then I pulled it. Still short. So that's where it's like it gets tricky, because as soon as you start shaping the ball, like it can jack up how much the wind is playing it. But like I was trying to take some distance off of it, not wanting to go deep. There we go. There's the pace. Now we're gonna miss it just under the hole, aren't we? Excellent. You know, I would have really liked to have hit that one just like 1% firmer. It's funny how that works. Like sometimes you miss hit the pace and it drops, and other times you hit it perfect and you just barely miss. Like it's never gonna be perfect. Well, I mean, sometimes that's what we strive for, but we have to play baby fade, because if I try and play it straight ball, I'm gonna miss it. That's the edge of the fairway. I like try and play the baby fade so I at least can like quote unquote guarantee where something is going. There, I overplayed it, but not that it mattered. But if I like try and play a straight ball into that, I always feel like I get the starting line completely wrong. Gosh darn it. 3% over, hit the middle of the cup, or it's gonna be like 7 feet past. Oh, it's more than that. We're off the green. Nope. Yeah, the overpowers are no bueno. The overpowers are no bueno. Boy. It's a good save, but man, that just not great. Yeah, I guess it's one of those things, like, for as much as we hit our swing path in contact, like, we should definitely have some things work out better for us. This should theoretically be long. Slight downslope, gonna play it with some loft. I'm actually, with it being uphill, not gonna do anything too crazy. A little to the right, but I think from this side it wasn't crazy. 43%. Nice. That would be my luck. That would be my luck. All right. Well, 9 under in the very highs. Disappointing finish. Very disappointing finish, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I don't think we're gonna see. Actually, some 60s. If we shot 62, those are obviously like the top guys. We might hold ground. I don't know if we'll move up at all or fall back depending on where we're at, but 62 there on that round is probably okay. Probably not the end of the world. All right, give me a few minutes. We're gonna take a quick breather, a little stretch break, grab some water, and we will wrap this tournament up. See if we can finish strong. If we shoot 20 under, we can put ourselves into a top 5. How about that? Perfect. All right, be right back.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, final round. Let's get back comfortably into double digits. Very high wins are always a tough one for me. Oh, perfect. Very high, very firm, extremely firm. Beautiful. All right. If ever there was a time to bounce back from the conditions we just played, it's these. So what, it's extremely firm fairways, very firm greens, I think is what it said. 91. See, the thing is, I feel like I have to be mindful because it's Very firms. Yeah, you still get biggest kickus. 46%. I think part of it is like I'm getting it in my head how the pace is like falling off at the end of the putts. I know we missed that last one on the previous round, but I think generally speaking, that's part of the thing that I've been doing a little bit better mentally, is just getting that a little more correct. This is 173. This is like... This is terrible. It's gonna be long gone. I'm genuinely impressed that we got that to sit. I mean, now I don't obviously expect to make this, but the fact that very firm green, tailwind, front pin, we get it to stop on the green and not just go out the back. Very happy with that effort. Oh, now we underswing it by 2%. That's lovely. That's lovely for us. I think 48% would go in. I think 49% would have gone high. I think it would have taken out enough of the break. Yeah, ball striking has been, I mean, aside from a couple of mishits here and there, I feel like ball striking's been great. Just these sorts of reads and getting it to actually be close enough. Because this is like off the huge cut. Wow. That was actually like an incredible shot. That was actually an incredible shot. To aim it that far left and ride the fade 5 foot square onto the hole. I'll give myself a pat on the back for that one. That's pretty good. This is where Maddie would be like, there's a backstop. I mean, yeah, how far back is it gonna roll? Because the greens are actually slower here. Not for this bit. Okay, at least we're speaking the same language here. That's good. 230s. Oh, that uphill took out the perfect amount. Sit. Thank you. Come again. It's not exactly how I drew it up in my head. I was playing the big fade, thinking like I'll land it short and bounce it a few times, like get it rolling and slowed down coming up the hill. But yeah, that just landing like straight into the upslope took out the perfect amount. I really should just act like that's what I was trying to do the whole time. Try and seem like a smart guy out here. Wow, that was crazy. I can't believe he intended to do that. No, I hate to burst the bubble a little bit that I am not actually quite as good at the game as some might think. We're only decent at the game. He says as he drops the next one to 2 feet. Yeah, there's definitely elements of luck. It's like, at least with this game, I feel like it's you throw enough aggressive shots, at the flag, and that's, I play very aggressively for hole outs, and so that's why I hole out more than most people. Especially even on the level of difficulty that we play on. But yeah, like, you're gonna hit good shots. Sometimes you get lucky with it going in, or sometimes you get lucky with the way that it lands and rolls out. Fair amount of skill, but yeah, still need certain things to go your way. I think with the firmness and everything, I'll play it stock. It's not quite enough. I really didn't want to get in the business of going up a club and partialing the shot. There we go. There we go. Love that. All right. Unfortunately, I think we're hitting a long iron into this, but doesn't feel like we have much option. That's like pin high. That's gonna be well short. That's it. A little bit firm. Yeah, I feel like when you get these wins, sometimes you're like forced to club up and play the partial shot. Okay, we're not quite on pace for 20 under, but I did say we're trying to bounce back in these conditions. And so far, we've got a pretty good thing going. But plenty of golf to play. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Can't really count your chickens before they hatch. .135. Wind's gonna take a little. Be a little bit of that, and then you're just like trying to, obviously I'm trying to get it a little bit close to that, but felt like I was trying to be a little left of the hole. Thought that was gonna maybe cut a little bit more. Just stop turning late in the putt. I have not, Adam. I have not. I went into my return to playing kind of expecting it. But so far so clean. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, obviously, the rest of the season, but do we want to, because if we play it back here, it's like an awkward thing because you have, because of the spin control. If I play it over here, then maybe I have like a pitch shot or something. Some sort of, oh, or not. JK LOL. Am I considered too close to the green for it to give me the power pick? Is a splash shot even gonna... You're gonna come out of here? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Decent enough. We have a look. I guess I should have laid it back, but I don't know. For some reason, I thought maybe the power 3 would have done the trick. Overcooked it. Man, I just really have this tendency to hold on a little bit long tonight. But yeah, I had reached out. Like I played in a couple of tournaments when I started playing the game again. Played in a couple of tournaments, had them look at my stuff, and was basically like had admin look at my stuff, and basically was told that there was a pretty good chance of it, and if I didn't want to get popped, just play other stuff. So far we've been safe, but yeah, kind of been fully expecting be taken out at some point. But if we get popped, it will be a badge of honor that I will wear because I'm playing on a stock PS5 controller, one thumb, like doing all of the recommended things. So yeah, if we swing what is considered too good by all of those metrics, then gotta have a little bit of pride in being able to manage that, I suppose. I feel like extremely firms this should chase up, and there's a backstop. Get back there, get to the backstop, and then come down. My luck, it's gonna park itself. Okay, we get a little bit of rollback. 14 feet for eagle. Unfortunately, it's just one of those tiny, tiny, tiny bits of break. Nice. So I feel like with those ones that like have a tiny amount of break in them and you know it's going to break, you almost have to put it just outside the hole knowing that it will break back to that left side of the cup. Because I feel like otherwise I start getting in this weird situation where it's... that too short. You start playing it like on the left edge and it just gives it enough time to leak out the other side. Greens are ghosty free? I feel like they've been... I feel like that's honestly a fair assessment. I haven't had anything where I've read it and I've been like, oh man, that like didn't... I mean, every once in a while it like doesn't quite break as much as you think it's going to, but that wasn't like a issue with the green grids. A masterclass in green sculpting, if you will. How much smoke are we supposed to blow? Just need to make sure that I'm doing enough, you know. Gotta do my part. Alright, this will be the test of ghosties. Because I can see it breaking right to left over here, and left to right over there. It says it's breaking left to right in my path, so I'm gonna go just on the left side. All clean. All clean. I don't know, what did we say? What was the meme in the last game? Micro brushing? I'm sure the ghost breaks and stuff are all mesh fidelity and probably just like, yeah, you get collisions of like, you pull it left to right here and right to left here, and then the spot where it overlaps gets this weird valley thing that the mesh just can't read because it's not smooth. Like, I think technically that's probably something along that line going on. If you can have like smooth strokes in one direction, it probably gives you a pretty fair reading. But as soon as you start like really bumping up, because I remember, forget if it was Porta 23, but like Jives had some courses where you would get some weird stuff where like you would try and make like a really violent slope into something else, and then you get those, you watch the ball go do this little wiggle because you just created this weird valley where the mesh met. And I'm sure some of it, you know, their software, like things for creating and smoothing and, you know, how it renders that have gotten better over time as well. These like mega cuts have been, they look cool when they work out. They're tough shots to execute. Like to just get right. You're playing so far left off of a left to right slope with the wind left to right and just trying to play this big cut. And there it's a 7-iron. Like I don't know how you're supposed to sit anything. Can't see. Just played a hair too high. Alright, what hole are we on? 14. Okay. Par 3, we had a nice approach on this last time. Can we muster something similar? Thing is, for that to happen, it's gonna lose a little bit of distance. And still a little bit off to the right. If it had to still shave just a hair off. I feel like that break back at the end is not actually all that much. Yeah, it's more in the, you gotta get it at the start, kind of just peeling almost perfectly online with just like a hair of movement back left to right. Well, at least compared to other games, we're allowed to move the tee box, so I don't have to worry about Maddie having me stuck, aimed at that tree. I have options! Imagine having options in modern day 2026. Old games, you would just be stuck. Be like, well, nope, that's the shot that you're hitting. API 2 weeks in a row after winning. Miss May swings. Too many perfect power drives. I don't know. You've seen the amount of perfect power drives I've hit, and nothing's happened. So I don't know. It's not gonna get there. What am I doing? Dang it. It's light rough, though. Uphill lie. I mean, the lie looks really good. It's the uphill and the wind that I fear, so let's de-loft. Settle? And that really released. Okay, but we have a look 42%. Kind of similar to the last one. Not quite as sharp, but very similar concept of you're hitting a pace and it's getting it left of the hole, and then it's not really going to break back at the end. I just didn't get it right enough. It's the same exact concept putt. Just broke a little bit too much right to left. But I also wonder, like, do they just have the point data or do they get the whole trace? Because I wonder if it also is like something with how if they have the whole trace of the swing, then you would also have a consistency of how the line is generated point to point. Yeah, and there's the potential that some people are way more consistent in that, not just how they, not just where they start and finish, but also just in the entirety of the swing. It should kick left, so we should have a chance to. We should have a chance to putt it from. I was gonna say below the hole, but not downhill is basically the main thing that we needed there. All right, well, this is a fun par 3. 237. 222. Oh, good. We hybrid. We would carry it straight in. It's tough because you have that slope and like it's a 15-mile-an-hour headwind and you're tucked in that corner against the direction of my shot shape. Oh, wow. Very big-o pusheroo that I guess if we hit the correct power may have gone. It probably misses, but
come and see the violence inherent in the system. Help! Help! I'm being repressed.
That is, I believe, a Korean name. I don't know Korean, but thank you for the YouTube sub. I greatly appreciate it. Even with misses? What do you mean? I mean, the misses are also, there's also just a consistency with the misses, right? Like, people say about like, oh, well, I'll just, skirt the API or, try and just play misses instead. Well, if you're good enough to consistently hit the same exact miss point, that's still going to get you popped. This playing into the wind is going to lose a few yards, but hold it. We're gonna get onto the green. I don't know. Even if I squared that one up and hit it 100%, think my way around instead of just blindly bashing it as far as I can every time. I don't have good short game, so like I can't do that. I'm like a top 5 fairway and regulation player. You know, my approaches don't always, they end up either very close or far enough away that I leave myself, you know, a hard time scoring. But yeah, I cannot play that game. I watch people do it. That is not my style. Take the compliment? I will. I'm very... If you've learned nothing over the years, I am very bad at taking compliments. But yeah, I genuinely do not have the game to just mash, you know, overpowered powered. I can't hit 108s. I can barely hit 103s. So yeah, I try and play accuracy off the tee and then take it from there. So I mean, we clawed back to 15, 45 under. That was a much stronger final round. 12 under. So yeah, consistency. I mean, we had 2 bogeys in the first round, but 12, 12, 9, 12. That'll play. That'll play. I mean, I think ultimately we play consistent enough golf to make cuts, to put together solid rounds. We just lack like what some of these guys have in being able to post these like ridiculous scores all the time. I appreciate that, Maddie. I really do. Yeah, I'm horrible at taking compliments. I have like a weird complex with myself. I'm sure therapy is a thing that I probably should, but that's besides the point. I won't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very hard on myself. Very hard on myself, generally speaking. Set a very high bar most of the time. But yeah, so like I said, I'm a fairway and regulation player. We are top of fairway and regulation. 87.5%. You know, I try and put myself in the best possible position to make greens in regulation. Now we're T10 in GERS. You know, it's kind of crazy. You know, that some of these guys, like I bet you if I watch some of these guys play, they are probably bomb, super close, and then playing chip shots and different things. But I try and play first GERS proximity. That's like my whole playbook. We got that. I think people chip in a bunch. Like we had 1 putt from off the green. I think people get a lot of chip-ins. That's one piece of my game that is not strong. Yeah, well, I think 22 putts, 90%. So what? That's 2 putts that we missed inside of 5 to 10 feet. One of them was the 18th on round 3. That was one that we definitely should have had. Chat very delayed on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I put it on like the low delay, but I also don't know if I don't know if with like the ad rules and stuff how that works. So only 2 eagles out there, which I have to imagine that's the other thing is like top guys are like 7. Only 5. Wow. Okay, surprisingly low. I mean, I guess that's because Maddie makes 700-yard par 5s, but that's besides the point. Yeah, 2 bogeys. So where does this put us on the in-game leaderboard? It said 15th, right? But like 3 strokes off of 10th. Yeah, so I think when all is said and done, I mean, we'll see what the leaderboard, once scores are pulled and as we go along through the week, like We were T21 through 2. It seems like the weekend was pretty solid. Like, we shot 12-12 in the easier conditions, 9 and 12 in the very high winds and all of that. So I think those rounds should move us up. I would think. I mean, they have to at least hold us steady, right? But I would think in the harder conditions to be going in, better than 20 under. I think that's very, very good. But yeah, I also don't watch a lot. Like, if I know Woe, I don't know if Woe streams these anymore, but Andrew probably does sometimes, but like Skyline doesn't, Zach does it. Like, if some of these top guys who are like top but never stream, if I watch them, they probably do some things very different and are also really, really good at just like figuring out wins and lies and all that stuff. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us this evening, I believe, and for the week, for that matter. Like I said, we're wife and I are venturing into the wonderful world of sleep training. Fellow parents, you understand. So yeah, I'm gonna be off the rest of the week. Next week is officially playoffs. It was not today. Next week is officially playoffs. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you're watching over on YouTube and you enjoyed, first off, I see that there is a big crowd tonight. Don't know what's going on with that, but appreciate you guys being here. If you want to leave a sub, make sure you don't miss out when we do come back and stream again. You could do that. But yeah, appreciate you all, and I'll see you around.